Welcome, everyone, to the Modern Day Overthinker podcast. My name is Colin, and I am your host. This week's episode is with Tabbatha Strong. Tabbatha is a fellow podcaster. Her podcast is called Deck Diaries, and it's available on all platforms. Be on the lookout for a very special episode with me that we recorded right before this episode in Cedar Rapids, and I appreciate the Soundbox for letting me record there and also letting me do video and using their equipment. Really appreciate that. Awesome place if you're ever in Cedar Rapids, Iowa and want to record a podcast or music. They have a great setup, so shout out to them. This podcast episode was awesome because it was great recording 2 episodes back to back, one with a fellow podcaster and having her interview me, and flipping the script and having me interview her, and had a great conversation about a variety of things. Tabbatha's been through a lot, and she continues to push on. She's a very driven person. She got to speak at a Women Lead Change conference recently, and we talked about that and also the development of her podcast, The Deck Diaries, as well as relationships. We talked a lot about relationships and also just her being an empath and a variety of different things, including how we met. So without further ado, this is episode number 67 of the Modern Day Overthinker podcast with Tabbatha Strong. Welcome, everyone, to the Modern Day Overthinker podcast. My name is Colin, and I am your host. Today's episode is with Tabbatha Strong. I'm actually recording outside of my element. I'm in Cedar Rapids at the Sound Lounge. The name of the studio is actually called the Sound Box, but the podcast portion of the studio is called the Sound Lounge. So I wanted to get that correct for everyone that may need to utilize their services in the future. Which is a great place if you're ever in Cedar Rapids. And they did not pay me to say that. Maybe I'll ask for money later. But Tabbatha, welcome.
Hello.
We actually just recorded an episode of her podcast, Deck Diaries. So be on the lookout for that. They are very easy to find. It's Deck Diaries on Facebook and Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And Tabbatha, how long have you been doing your podcast?
I just started this last fall in October.
Okay. Yeah, and you've hit the ground running. You're doing weekly episodes.
Yep, every week. So 7 months I've been at it.
That's...
but I didn't put content out until March, so...
Okay, so you had a stockpile.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had season 1 done, and then it was actually like February 28th I put my first episode out.
That's awesome. So I've obviously heard a little bit of how you... I personally know how you got into the podcast game and how that started, but just for the listeners who don't know you, how did you get started with the podcast? And also just give them a little intro about you and kind of what you do, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So again, I'm Tabbatha Strong. I'm not originally from Iowa, actually. I was born south of Miami, grew up in Hawaii, California, Idaho, all over the place. I was a Navy brat. My dad was stationed in Pearl Harbor. And then high school age came to Iowa once my dad got out of the military. And I've been here now in Iowa ever since. How the podcast got started, for me, it was an open mic that I did that kind of ignited it all. I went through a really nasty divorce. I was in a toxic relationship for a little over a decade of my life. I've been through some shit. I've had addictions. I've lived a life that I wasn't proud of for a long time in my life. And after the divorce, I kind of had a very freeing realization with myself because I had to be so honest about the fake relationship that I had been in for a decade.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me the boost to be a little bit more honest about other aspects of my life. But I had a professor in college that got me writing again. So I'm a writer to my core. I've been journaling for most of my life. That's where the diaries comes from with my podcast. And I decided to start sharing those things. And a professor that I had in college that I went to college late in life, in my 30s, that I connected with was a writer herself. She's a published writer. And she talked me into doing this open mic here locally in Cedar Rapids.
So like a poetry open mic or just like
Yeah.
a very open mic?
Mostly poetry.
Okay.
But there was a couple singers and some other people there. So I got the courage to do it, and I pulled one of the nastiest pieces out of my diary that I had written at that time in my life and the things that I was going through. And I decided to go to this open mic and fucking spill my guts.
Okay.
And in doing so, and I say this on that episode, my very first episode, I talk in depth about this, that you would think that the most beautiful, freeing part for me was that I got up there and did this and shared these unspeakable things with complete strangers. But for me, it was when I got done and I got off stage that night and I went back to my seat, and all of a sudden I got a little tap on my shoulder and somebody had passed me a note, and
Nice.
the note just said, "Thank you." And then I got another tap on my shoulder, and the note had like a heart on it. Another note said, "I see you." And I got several notes, and one of the last notes that I got that came shuffled down from the crowd, but behind me, it said, "I'm in it right now. Thank you so much for sharing." And it kind of just ignited something in me that maybe being truthful and sharing the things that you are ashamed of with others is not only helpful for yourself, but really helpful for others, that they don't feel alone. I felt so not alone that night after doing that.
That sharing is powerful.
It's super powerful. So I go through this nasty divorce. I'm living on my own now again for the first time in over a decade. Me and my girlfriend, my best friend, are actually living together. She's divorced. I was divorced. And every Wednesday night, we would gather on our deck at home for WWW, which we pet named for Weed and Wine Wednesdays on the deck.
Nice.
And really, it was just a night of the week that a group of friends would get together and we would hang out on the deck. And what it slowly turned into, and I think very much so because I'm going through this very truthful journey in my life and I'm kind of oversharing. What I noticed is that the people that were coming over to hang out on the deck started to do the same thing and started to really open up and share things that they're like, "Oh my God, I've never fucking shared that with anybody before."
Oh, you have no idea how many times I've heard that.
I opened Pandora's box.
Yeah.
And then it turned into the people that were coming over on Wednesday nights, the people on the deck just started to rotate. So now it wasn't just really
It wasn't
close.
the same people every time.
No, it wasn't. And it wasn't even just really close friends of mine. It was a close friend of mine that's like, "Hey, can my sister really needs to come over and meet you?" Or, "Hey, I have a brother that's going through this. Like, can he come over?" Or a coworker came over. Like, the people just started to rotate on the deck. And it was really, really beautiful to watch people be able to feel like they were in a safe space beyond just going to a therapist.
Yeah. It's kind of like almost like group therapy.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And I have I'm a writer, so, and I'd like to say I think I'm a good writer. And I just kind of have a way of speaking and talking to people. And then some of the shit that we talk about on the deck is just so ridiculous and
Oh, yeah.
off the wall. And we are definitely not your typical girls. We're kind of girls, guys, and we're not offended easily. We talk about inappropriate things that, some people may call locker room talk. And
Fun stuff.
yeah. And I had a couple of friends that are like, Tab, like, you really should have your own show or like do a podcast or something. I'm like, nah.
Someone brought it up and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, nah. And then the more and more that the deck evolved, the more and more I saw that there was a real need for it. That maybe this is really something that I should do. And
Yeah.
the more that I share my story, I'm having other men and women come out of the woodwork that are like, I was going through something similar or something worse, and I felt all alone all of these years, and I've had nobody to fucking talk to.
Yeah.
And that's where it all came from. So
You had a lot stored.
I've got so much stored, dude.
Yeah. Still have a lot stored, but
I have so much in the vault. So I took a leap and decided to try it out.
Yeah, and it's been going pretty well so far.
It's been going really, really well. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that consistency is very key. Even if you do change it to like every other week, but just so people know when to expect that new episode.
Yeah.
And it's still early in the podcast game. People think it's late, but it's really not. I know some people who just started podcasts as well, and I have to look it up again because obviously I just saw it on some video, and they're like, there's only really like less than 1 million consistent podcasts that are still like being produced right now. And I'm like, if that's the number, that's really low, like in comparison to like other content.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, being in the podcast game is fun, and we share a lot of similarities in as far as what we like to talk about on our podcast. Mine's, a little bit more geared towards mental health because that's just kind of what sparked the idea. But having those open conversations and those below the surface conversations are very important to me, and that's very important to you as well. And I can tell
It's huge, and I'm a huge advocate for it too. Kind of one of the things that popped it off with my first episode, and I did a speech. I was invited to speak at a Women Lead Change conference. I know they have a chapter in Quad Cities, actually.
awesome.
And it's a very, I'm going to say,
What's the vibe?
Stereotypical, mostly white, buttoned up kind of vibe. I'm going to go with that. And I'm not trashing it.
Like pantsuit?
Yeah, like I thought most people were kind of dressed like a news anchor. You know what I mean? When I went, I felt that, and I was a guest the first year that I went. I felt completely out of place.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable, like I'm not good enough to be here kind of vibe. And then,
which after talking to people, you quickly are like,
yeah. So then I got invited to speak at it, and I think the reason that my submission was probably chose is because it was like nothing they had ever heard or seen. Like I went in there and fucking mic dropped.
Yeah.
So this is very much a leadership kind of conference on empowering women to be able to go after their goals in the workplace. All amazing things. But in my head, my philosophy was, I could only imagine that probably 90% of the other women in the room that day felt the same way that I did. Like, are we, kind of putting on a show, filtering, like what's really going on below the surface?
Yeah.
So that's fantastic that we are empowering women to be great leaders and in the workplace and go after your dreams and your goals and everything. But what's really going on inside? So I went in there and I read, at the end of my speech, the piece out of my diary that I read on episode 1 to an entire Women Lead Change conference.
Wow.
But what I found is it's exactly what those women needed and wanted. Like the outpour that I received was like, holy, I mean, I didn't even get completely off the stage. And one of the head women that's a part of this came up to me and was like, holy shit, I see you. Like, Al-Anon's my only friend. Because people feel that they can't talk to people about it because they feel shamed, because
Yeah.
they're put in this buttoned up community where you have to put on airs and be this person when you really have a whole lot of shit going on in your life. Everybody has depression. Everybody has addiction issues, or it touches them in
A
some
certain
way.
level. Yeah, well,
On a
there's
certain
certain level
level.
personally, or yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. Because I know a lot of people out there are struggling with it. What's it like living with an addict? That's a loaded question, I know, but like, what's some experiences? And obviously you had to get out of that situation for the best, for your safety and just for your sanity. But obviously you lived in that life for a while and
Yeah.
around an addict for quite some time. And how did you cope with that?
I didn't. I wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Mainly.
What have you learned then? We'll go there. What have you learned now?
Now that I'm
You're
on the outside,
looking in and like, oh man.
I have learned that I deserve better.
Yeah.
I owe myself more than that. That you don't have to stay in it, that you don't have to tolerate it. My biggest lesson though is that I should have been talking about it, because if I would have had the courage and put the shame aside to be open about what was going on in my world and the person that I was married to and the things that were happening in my house, I might have gotten out sooner. And that seems to be the collaborative of what I hear from most women, is that and men, I should say, I shouldn't say just women, is that we stay in it more out of shame than anything.
Was there part of it where it's like, where you had a glimmer of hope, like, what if he changes?
Absolutely. I mean, you love this person.
Yeah.
I'll never say that I didn't love him or have love for him. Yeah, you think that it's going to get better. I'm
or like one day he's gonna wake up and be like,
yeah, yeah,
because it has to be him,
right?
That wants it.
Yeah. I'm also I'm a huge empath. I'm a fixer. I'm a healer. I mean, obviously, I do this show, and I am the person that everybody comes to. I've always been that person. I'm the person that a random stranger will spill their guts to me and tell me their secrets, and I never knew why. And I feel like I'm kind of at a place now in my life where I do know why, and I have, it's part of my purpose.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I'm not judgy. I'm a pretty non-judgmental person. But because of that, when I have love for somebody in that capacity, I think that because I'm so non-judgmental, or because I give people the benefit of the doubt, or I see the humanity in what they're going through, I let a lot of shit slide.
Yeah, too much.
I cared too much about him and about our daughter, that I wasn't taking care of myself, and I wasn't caring about myself. And I was just letting the way that he was disrespecting me and treating me slide because I loved him.
Yeah.
And I thought that that's what I should do.
Yeah, love isn't always enough.
Fuck no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, and what I realized in the end too on the outside is that I didn't even love him as much as I thought I did. I loved the idea that I was going to save him and that I was going to keep our family unit together. I was also terrified of losing my daughter because she's not biologically mine. She's actually his daughter.
And you can't really protect her as much.
I couldn't protect her, and I feared that I would lose her and never be able to see her again. So there were so many different reasons why I stayed, why I tolerated it. But one of the biggest lessons coming out of it is that I should have been talking about it. But instead, I was making excuses, hiding it, and enabling him. So I had all this fucked up shit going on in my world, but I wasn't telling anybody about it.
So on his end, he's probably like, oh, there's not a problem.
Well, I mean,
He probably knew, but I mean,
he knew what he was doing.
it was easier to.
Well, it was easy because I would just clean up the mess and make it all go away the next day.
Yeah, accountability. No accountability.
Mm-hmm. And my family didn't know the truth about him. My friends didn't know the truth about him. I was living a completely filtered life. Like, that's one of the biggest things I say is, everybody.
It's exhausting.
It's so exhausting. And everybody's so worried about who's filtering their pictures or whatnot. First of all, leave that girl alone. Maybe that's what makes her feel good about herself that day.
Yeah.
Second of all, stop filtering your fucking lives.
Yeah.
And I had to it was a hard slap in my own face and my own ego, to where I had to get to the point where I had to strip it all down and tell everybody the truth. And that was the hardest thing in the world, is to tell everybody that I had been living a fake ass filtered life for over a decade. None of it was real.
Yeah.
The big, beautiful house, the big 10-foot Christmas tree, all of it, that's not what was really going on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And once I said it out loud, it set me on this path, for sure.
So do you still have a relationship with your, well, I wouldn't say because she's not biologically your daughter, but do you still have a relationship with her?
My daughter, absolutely. So when I left my husband, me and I call her my baby mama. So my daughter's biological mother and I have raised our daughter together.
Oh.
Minus him.
Got it.
Because he's not really in the picture too much.
Yeah, he's not really.
He's still heavily an addict, hard. So me and baby mama raised her together. She just graduated high school, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's she doing now?
She's going to be a vet.
Hell
She's
yeah.
Go to vet school. Yeah.
That's cool.
She's doing really well. So, and I told her from the jump, I'm divorcing your dad, not you.
And, that's important.
And for the listeners to understand the impact too, is I had been she calls me mama. I'm mama. I had been with her since she was 10 months old. So this wasn't like I was like stepmom rolling in when she was like 8, 9. That's my daughter. Blood or not, that's my kid.
Yeah. That makes sense.
She's crazily a lot like me. Like, it's funny how they say nature versus nurture.
Yeah, you rubbed off on her.
Nurture, for sure, I think is stronger than nature all day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my girl.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome that you can work with
baby mama.
The baby mama.
I know that's a whole nother podcast. I'm actually going to have her on the podcast because
awesome.
I mean, it's really a beautiful story because trust me, it was not.
At the beginning, it was probably like pulling teeth.
Oh, for like 8 years. It was not rainbows and butterflies. But for her and I to get to a point where we can respect each other and understand that the most important thing is our daughter is profound in itself. I mean, she had to eat a lot of crow. I had to eat a lot of crow. And I wish more people could do that and realize, like, I'm a huge advocate. I say it all the time for this, is everything doesn't have to be ugly. Breakups don't have to be ugly. Divorce doesn't have to be ugly. If you grow out of a friendship, it doesn't have to be ugly. You can still say hi to that person and smile at them or hug them if you see them on the street. Like, everything doesn't have to be drama. And for us to show our daughter what that looks like, it's so impactful for her.
Oh, very.
I mean, that we're two grown-ass women and you can get along and put your shit aside when really our shit was all him.
Yeah.
Once I was out of that relationship and her and I could sit down and talk, there was a lot of realization and a lot of truth that happened too.
Like, oh, you too?
Because she ultimately went through the exact same thing with him that I did. It was not far off. Mine was just maybe more elevated because he was real deep into it. Yeah.
It gets progressive.
Yeah. So yeah, I carried that relationship on with my daughter for sure.
Well, now you're in a new relationship.
I am, thank God.
And you talked about it on one of your episodes, your first episode, about, you said dating outside the box.
It was a box. I think for most people, it's a box.
Yeah, you put yourself into like, I'm only gonna date these type of men, and unfortunately, those type of men that you dated were not the best, and you decide, hey, because you were going through a yes phase where you were saying yes to everything, and this guy asked
yes
you out,
phase. Yes.
and you said yes,
Yes.
and now you've been dating ever since.
So the yes phase, I guess that's a good. Thank you for bringing that up. That's an important part of the story because the open mic was part of my yes phase. So I had after the divorce, I had a friend that had come over and was sitting on the front porch with me having coffee and had invited me to go camping or kayaking, something of that nature, or both. And I said yes, but when I said it, it was the first time in over a decade that I had truly said yes to something open freely with no like doubt in my mind and I know that
Didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, like I know that sounds really weird, but it was really important for me at that moment. So I told myself after that I was going to do this whole year of yes, which meant that I was going to say yes to everything that came my way, any party invites, dinner invites, trips, that I was going to say yes to everything.
Robberies. No, I'm just kidding.
Except butt stuff. No butt stuff.
No butt stuff.
No butt stuff.
Off the table.
But I was going to say yes to everything and just kind of figure out who I was again because I didn't know. I had been in this dark place
You're
so
you're playing a character and
yeah,
double life.
Yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to say yes to anymore, what I liked or what I didn't like. You know, and I was dealing with a lot of depression and anxiety, really bad PTSD. I was dealing with a lot of things, so I needed to keep myself busy too. And being a former addict, I also needed to make sure that I was using my time and my decisions in a productive, positive way so that I didn't slip back into maybe drinking too much or doing drugs. I was very fearful of that because I was in a really low fucking place.
Yeah.
He was also stalking me. So my anxiety and my fight or flight, I had been in fight or flight for so long.
Yeah.
And then that fight or flight, you would think decreased when I left him, but it actually increased because he came after me hard. Like I thought I was going to end up on Dateline.
Ooh.
It was really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like breaking into my car, putting video recording devices in my vehicle, texting me, telling me what time I got home and what I was wearing. Crazy shit. That's a whole nother episode.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy shit. So I needed to make sure that I was going to be positive and keep my chin up kind of thing and do all the things. So I said yes to everything to do all the things. And one of those yeses was my boyfriend, Ben. Ben is a guy that I actually briefly dated when I was 17. He's the guy that my mom and dad wanted me to date.
Yeah.
He's the nice guy. And yep. And so I dated him briefly when I was 17. We went on a few dates. And then as my life would continue, I ghosted him and went after this 6'9" basketball player who was the bad boy.
Yeah. And ghosting was way easier back then. We
didn't have phones.
Yeah, no phones.
Yeah, just so everybody who's young listening.
The ghosting process was so much easier.
So much. Like you literally, that was it. Just
that was it.
We spent a lovely few dates the summer I was 17 together, and then that was just it. Life went on. 20 years came around. We found one another on social media. And because the audience doesn't know him, he is he's an introvert, kind of a nerd, different kind of guy. Again, not somebody that I would ever date. I mean, again, I dated him when I was 17 and I even said no back then. He just isn't my typical type of man. But so, and for him, out of his norm, we were talking on social media and just like, hey, how are you? Holy shit.
Who started talking to who?
I started talking to him. There's still a debate of who sent who the Facebook friend request. I say he sent me one. I didn't send him one.
Okay.
But, and might I add you?
Who slid into the DMs first, though?
I did. Because I was like, hi, how are you? Because you sent me a fucking friend request.
Okay, gotcha.
But he'll argue that point that he doesn't, we don't know who did. But yeah, I was like, "Hi, how are you? Holy shit, haven't seen you in 20 years. Like, what's up?"
Yeah.
And he always says that the reason he did it, there is a Wayne Gretzky quote that says, "You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take."
Yeah.
Okay, so he said it took up a little bit to type it, but he typed, "Want to get a drink sometime?" And for him, if you know him, that's
It's a
way.
big deal.
It's a really big deal
Shooting the shot.
that
yeah.
he, yeah. Especially because I'm still in his mind the girl, like I was his white buffalo. Do you know what I mean?
Great White Buffalo. Yeah.
I was his white buffalo.
Ah, I got one of those.
Yeah. So it was a really big deal for him to ask me out.
Yeah.
And because I was in that year of yes, I fucking had to say yes. And again, I wouldn't have said no because of who he is or the way he looks, or because first of all, 20 years did that man very well. Wow, he grew up. Yes, bravo to him. Yeah,
Aging gracefully.
he aged
Respect.
beautifully, and he is a handsome, handsome man. But what got me to is that he was still the same nice guy that he was.
Yeah, he didn't lose that.
No. So I said yes, and we went on a date, and it was cool because he didn't live here in
Okay.
Iowa. So he lived in Minneapolis
Oh, okay.
when we started talking. So we spent a couple of months just talking via text, on the phone, social media, whatever. We just talked, which was really nice because it was an easy way for me to transition. Again, I hadn't dated in over a decade. I hadn't been on a date.
World's changed.
Yeah, I didn't like go sleep with anybody after my divorce. Like I held up in my house for like 8 months after my divorce.
Yeah.
I wasn't out there dating. I didn't do the online dating bullshit or any of that. So it was kind of a nice transition for me to just talk to somebody and get to know him.
Yeah.
And him
Start
get
slow, just
yeah, there was like not a lot of pressure.
yeah.
And then he came to Cedar Rapids for my birthday. I was going out with a bunch of friends, had like kind of a quasi dinner party, whatever planned, and was like, yeah, hey, why don't you come up for it? So that was our first date. And it was instant for both of us. It was kind of cool, that I let my guard down. But most importantly, I let my guard down in what I thought my type was.
Yeah.
I
Why do you
let
think
it
you
all
had that
go.
guard?
I think because my own insecurities. I kind of dated a certain kind of guy, maybe a little abnormally attractive. I mean, very attractive men, because it made me feel better about myself. I also grew up not believing or told that I was the greatest. So I think my low self-esteem kind of played into that. Is I dated guys.
It made you feel better about yourself.
The
Briefly.
external part made me feel better about myself. And I was a girl that was an easy target for a not so good guy to latch onto.
Mm.
And those are just so I'm the kind of girl that they're attracted to because they know that they can treat me a certain way. And
You're attracted to them mainly physically.
well, and I think because I was kind of used, because of the relationship I had with my mother, I was kind of used to the pat punch kind of relationship or transactional love.
Oh, yeah.
That I was used to it. So I tolerated it.
Mm.
I was a being that tolerated more than maybe other girls would tolerate. So they latched onto that pretty good.
Okay.
And Ben is the polar opposite. I also knew that if I was, because I did not have any interest in dating. Poor guy, bless his heart, and he'll tell you. I mean, I wouldn't even call him my boyfriend for 6-8 months. Like I had no interest in.
Yeah.
I was terrified though. I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
I also, there was still just that PTSD in me that doesn't trust men, doesn't trust that somebody could actually love me the way that you're telling me you love me, or that I'm so wonderful, or that I'm all of these amazing things. terrified me, because typically the men that I have dated it's all of those wonderful things in the beginning and
Love bomb.
Yeah, love bomb. Where with Ben, the love bomb never ended, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
because it's actually genuine, and he really
he
does
wasn't
fucking
just
love
feeding
me.
you bullshit.
No, he really thinks that I'm amazing, because God damn it, I am. But
Yeah.
it's taken me a long time to get there, to even
Say that.
like you said that it's hard to take compliments,
Yeah.
and I feel that. But you got to give yourself compliments too, and it took me a long time to give myself compliments, to go, you know what,
Affirmations. Yeah,
you are a catch. Like,
yeah, I'm discovering that as well.
like
myself.
You're kind of cute, you're super intelligent, you're kind of a nerd, you're open. Like, I had to tell myself these things in my head every day. Is like, Tab, you are a catch, and you deserve a good guy. But
Yeah.
it's a long road to get there.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a long road. So ultimately, to answer your question, why I dated the same guys, because I felt like shit about myself, probably, and I'm easy prey.
Yeah. Ugh.
I hate to say it like that, but men like that,
Well, you're
prey.
by nature, if you're an empath, you lean more towards the people pleasing, and if they can recognize that,
I find the broken ones
yeah.
because I want to fix them.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
And then I'm easy prey because they can shit on me and treat me like shit, and I tolerate it because my tolerance level for that kind of mental abuse is so much
Yeah,
higher
it goes so far back
because of where I
you're
come
used
from.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Easy prey.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, it's a good thing you're off the market.
Yes.
Don't have to worry about that right now.
Yes. He's a good guy. But yeah, I'm a huge promoter now too within my girlfriend circle of give people a chance that maybe you wouldn't normally give a chance, or just because when you first meet them, maybe you're not completely physically there yet. You would be surprised how physically you get there once you really fucking get to know somebody inside, because that is so much sexier than, I mean, he fucked my brain before he fucked me. Let's say that.
Yeah.
And that fucking matters. And that is the first time that had ever happened to me in my life, where I mentally fell for somebody before I physically fell for them, because I didn't see him in person right away. I mean, I saw pictures.
Yeah.
But you can see a picture of a hot chick all day, and then you meet her and you're like, she's a fucking piece of work. You know what I mean?
That. Yeah.
Just because.
Well, yeah, it's just like this.
Meeting somebody in person, it's a different attraction. It's a different vibe. That's why I'm so like with everything just being online and people only communicating or dating online is so weird to me,
I
because
refuse to do online dating.
you haven't done it.
No, I stopped.
Okay, so you have ventured down that road.
Yeah, I'm retired. I'm out
But
of the game.
but it's
I
weird,
don't do
right?
that.
Because I feel
It's
like
awful.
I feel like there's something to say about meeting somebody in person. Like if
So
I'm
much.
if I'm being honest, and I've told my boyfriend this to his face, and he knows. First of all, most men take terrible pictures. You guys all look like shit on social media, and your Tinder profiles all look like crap, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. You just got to get like a girlfriend that'll help you with all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't really want to do it though.
I know, that's okay.
But I know what you're saying.
But
I do.
based off of his social media, no.
Yeah.
It would have been no. But the moment I met him again after 20 years.
Some of the best guys I know are like, not even on social media.
Yeah. Oh, he could give a shit less about social media.
Yeah.
He has it, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm basing it off of his dorky ass pictures of himself or his Legos, for God's sakes, like I remember the first time I went to his apartment.
Oh, Legos, guys.
He loves Legos.
Legos are dope.
The first time I went to his
get the
apartment in
attraction.
Minneapolis, I seriously in my head had I'm like 40-year-old virgin. Like, he's a little bit 40-year-old virgin. Like just a touch.
Yeah.
Just a touch. But when I walked into his apartment, I'm like, oh my God. But I let my guard down and I allowed myself to be vulnerable and open-minded.
Mine is big.
And holy fuck, I fell in love with him, and he's adorable. And he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So ultimately I would say that was an addictive pattern that I had to break, of dating the same kind of men. And we see it, you see it, I see it, we see it over and over again. these amazing men and women dating the same kind of people. I mean, I have male friends and I'm like, really, dude? Like, they bring the new one to the barbecue kind of situation.
And you're just like,
And I'm like, you've dated her 10 times before. She's just wearing a different dress. It's the same girl.
yeah.
Stop dating the same girl.
Yeah.
Well, because she gave you good head, sweet. Is she
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Is she going to put Bengay on you when you're 70, though? That's what you should be worried about.
Make a good casserole.
Thank you. Like,
Casseroles are important.
Is she a good communicator?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, good communicate. Oh, man. Communication's huge.
It really is. It sounds so cliche, but, and I've talked about this on the podcast too, but communication and the fact that I really truly believe that they should be your friend. Like your best friend.
Yeah. And
like he's my bro.
I completely agree with
like
that.
We're buddies.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's super important. And I think too,
like it's at a point where it's like, you don't even need to hang out with other people. Like you like other people, you like hanging out with other people. But if it was just you two, you'd be having a great time.
Oh, always. We have a fantastic time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're also very independent, though. So
yeah, you don't live together.
We don't. And we've been together. It'll be 6 years in October.
Wow, that's a long time, and not living together.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you have that boundary. You have that. It's like a healthy boundary, or
it's a tabby thing. It's
okay.
Initially, it's a tabby boundary. Well, and first of all, too, remember he lived in Minneapolis, so we dated for over 2 years before he even moved to Iowa.
Got it.
So we already had that long distance thing going.
So you're used to the distance.
Yep. Which, I mean, made us, like, people put their nose up at long distance relationships, but honestly,
I've honestly thought about going that route, like
it's kind of cool. Like
branching out
we
a little
would
bit.
I mean, we'd only see each other like once or twice a month, but it'd be so exciting.
Cool to look forward to that. Yeah.
And we spent so much time where our only option was to talk to each other on the phone.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We talked.
Yeah.
Because we weren't in front of each other letting sex get in the way or, going on dates. All the other distractions. So yeah, that super helped for sure. But no, we don't live together.
You guys both kind of like your space, or is it more?
It's more me.
It's more you.
It's more me.
It's more. How many times has he brought it up?
Us living together?
Yeah.
I would say equally. Like, we openly talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He's never been pushy with me. He said something in front of me, and I have a man best friend. I call him my Mesty. There's an episode called Mesty. And it was one of the first times he had ever met my Mesty. And Brian said to him, dude, I've been friends with her for over 20 years. And the one thing that I have seen with every man that's ever been in her life is they try to tame her. And they try to, like, put her in a glass box. And that's the worst thing you could ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just kind of giving him, like, foresight. And Ben looked at him and he said, that's actually the last thing I want to do is I know I'll lose her that way. And, like, I'm kind of the bird that needs to fly. Like, I'm the most loyal, monogamous person in the world. Hands down. I would never. But I'm also I'm independent almost to a fault.
Yeah.
I never wanted to get married. The marriage that I did have was pressured. Kind of felt that I had to. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
I never wanted to have kids. I've always just been just fine. Like, I want to be in a relationship, but I've never been the girl that, like, dreamed about my wedding or ever put a pressure on a guy, like, give me a ring, put a ring on it, kind of. Like, I'm not that
timeline person.
Yeah, like,
that
for
shit's
me,
scary.
For me, there's no timeline.
Yeah.
Like, time is what it is.
Yeah.
So he moved here after a couple of years, and I was already in the living situation that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
There's also that part of me that's very scared to do that again, to take that step again.
Yeah.
And it'll happen when it happens. There's no rush. We talk about it. He's very aware that he's the last page in my book.
Yeah.
So if we trust each other and we promise that to each other, then that is what it is. I'm also a busy girl. My social calendar is fucking ridiculous most of the times. I have the podcast. I work full time. He works full time. He's got his own shit going on. And I think that it's actually been really healthy. Our relationship is abnormally healthy.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, you need to have your own lives.
Yeah, to where, and I told him too, I said when he moved here, because that was the big thing, is when he moved from Minneapolis to here, everybody's like, oh, are you guys going to live together? And I'm like, actually, no, like, I don't want that, because we dated for 2 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's almost like a whole new re-dating. So now we're dating in the same city, which changes the dynamic. So we had to get used to that, seeing each other more often, how his life worked, my life worked. If he was actually going to be the guy that wasn't going to clip my wings, because I am such a active person with things going on all the time. Like, is he going to be able to handle it? Like,
yeah,
I'm the pitcher, he's the frame kind of situation.
Yeah.
Can you handle it? So the last couple of years have
passed the test.
Yeah, like just figuring out if this is, because I'm not out to hurt him either, or to not be the person in his life.
You need to make sure it works, though.
Yeah, we need to make sure that it works. And yeah, and I mean, 2020 didn't help, and the house market fucking sucks. Like, looking for a house right now is just brutal. Ridiculous. So if there is no timeline, and he's not, giving me a timeline or pressure, and I'm not giving him a timeline or pressure, it'll happen when it happens.
Yeah. It's a good way to look at it.
Right or wrong, I don't know. It's different for everybody. I mean, some people want to get married and move in right away. I think a lot of people live together for financial reasons anymore, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Like, financially, would it be cooler if we lived together? Yeah, duh. Absolutely. Yeah. Two household income, right?
Ideal.
But I've done that before for those reasons.
And didn't work out too well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, yeah.
So and I think there's, like I said, I think there's something, it's
unique.
It is unique. And I tell people this all the time too. Probably one of the reasons that I feel the way that I do is one of the happiest couples that I've ever met in my life have been together over 50 years now, and they don't live together, and they never have. She has a little house in this little town outside of Cedar Rapids, and about 4 streets away, he has a little house. And that is how they have lived for the entirety of their relationship.
Are they married?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
They're the happiest little fucking couple I've ever met in my life. They love each other so much. She's like, we have sleepovers all the time. Like
sleepovers.
Like, they're so happy though.
That's great.
And again, that's going extreme.
But you got to do what works though. I mean, just like,
I've even told Ben, I'm like,
no cookie cutter bullshit.
Even when we do live together, like, I really do want there to be, call it a guest bedroom or whatever maybe.
I have a woman cave.
But just a safe space for both of us where, like, if I need a break, because I am that kind of person too, that I get, especially because I am the empath and I am the person that everybody comes to, and I have the show. I get emotionally burnt out, and it has nothing to do with him. And him and I are comfortable to the point now where he knows, like, he doesn't take it personal. There was a little bit in the beginning where he'd get a little bit like, did I do something wrong?
Yeah,
and it's like, no. Where I just need to shut off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's good for anybody, and he needs to do it too. Like, we can silently sit on the couch with each other for like 3 hours and not say a word. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, comfortable silence is it's so amazing.
It's so slept on.
So yeah, I'm a huge advocate for having my own room, or a room that's dedicated to a safe space for either of us.
Yeah.
Where we don't get butthurt if maybe I want to go sleep in the other room and fart and watch Netflix and eat like shit by myself. Like,
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just a safe space where maybe he had a bad day and he doesn't want to fucking talk to me. I didn't do anything wrong, but maybe he just wants to be alone.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that alone time is so important. And I think because I went through everything that I went through.
There's a huge difference between isolation and alone time.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's very important.
Yes. And people don't talk about that enough.
No.
Where it's okay if you just need a break.
Yeah.
Like me and my roommate, we can go a couple days without even really seeing each other or talking to each other. Like, and she knows and I know. Like,
Yeah.
I know if she comes home and she's not like out in the common area, the living room interacting, she's in her room or I'm in my room. Like, we know that. And then we'll see each other in a couple days and be like, "What's up, brah?" Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong.
No.
But I think that people are uncomfortable with accepting that or saying that out loud, that they do need space, that it turns into a fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It turns into a fight.
Yeah. Like, what am I doing? What's wrong? Why do you want to hang out with me? Da, da, da.
Nothing. I still love you. I just
Yeah.
don't want to
Some people like
interact right now.
sometimes it's just bad timing. People will ask me to do something and I've had a rough day or just like or not even necessarily a rough day. I'm just burnt out. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I was just looking forward to just doing nothing.
Yeah. Doing nothing's the best sometimes.
Sometimes it is. It's
Yeah.
just like veg down, watching a show or whatever. I've been watching more comedy specials because, like I said, like we talked about on your podcast, like I watch comedy a little bit differently now. Not too much differently than I did before. I just appreciate the art form and just enjoy it for what it is. I know some comedians who like they can't watch other stand-up specials because they'll start to like mimic people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to be like anyone else.
Yeah.
And I get that in a sense. Like I've watched so many Theo Von clips, I feel like I'm gonna turn into him, but like I can't be Theo Von. There's no other Theo Von.
No.
Not even close.
Well, and yeah, just remember there's no other Colin either. So
Exactly, and I know that
but
too.
But I mean, if you take inspiration from other things, then
It's
that's okay.
so inspiring to me to
Yeah.
watch that stuff. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Like I just watched the John Mulaney special, and I understand that, and I could relate to that. Not as a comedian, as an addict more than anything, because he talked about his relapse.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
I did. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I love John Mulaney, and I was just like some of the stuff like he did like at rehab, and
Yeah.
or in the Outback. I'm just like, and just the crazy ideas that you have, and I'm just like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are like, oh, that's really funny because that's so ridiculous, and I'm just like, that's so true.
Yeah.
All that stuff is like he didn't make any of that up.
Yeah.
And I know that, and that's the authenticity.
He's speaking his truth, though.
Oh, he's just speaking
Yeah.
his truth. It's
Yeah.
so great. And just the way, I think my favorite part that I related to the most of that special was when he talked about, he was just really, where he cut himself off of his own money with his accountant.
Yes.
And he would have to like think of clever ways to steal money from himself. So he bought a Rolex just to sell it.
Yes.
And I was just like, that is something I would
Went
do.
and pawned it
Maybe
for,
not
like,
a Rolex
nothing.
because I don't have that credit line, but I would have done something like that
Yeah.
just to get money. I'd cash advances and dumb crap all the time.
Yeah. Check into cash.
I never did that. I would refuse to go into those places, but I would just do cash advances, which are just as bad on a credit card, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of comedy,
Oh, yes.
yeah, we got to talk about
Yes,
Grandma
that's how we
Lee.
met. I guess we should probably
Yeah.
tell the audience that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
how did we
that's how-
meet?
at Classic Event Center for a comedy show that you jumped on the open mic.
It was my first time there too.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And I immediately recognized that this is going to sound so cheesy or cliche, but
I made her say this. I'm just kidding.
no, he didn't. I immediately recognized that there was something special in you. I've been around the comedy circuit for a long time in my life. My grandmother was in her own right, famous stand-up comedian. So I've been to a lot of shows, seen a lot of comedians. I love comedy too. I watch all the specials and go to live comedy events. And I made it a point to come up to you after the show and tell you that I thought you were really good. You're super talented. Just
And 'cause
wanted to let you know.
And you know that's important too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I
You're
really
good at your art, and it should be pointed out, not just with claps. Like,
yeah, with claps, the claps and laughs are nice,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah, for sure.
But after the show is when we feel the weirdest as comedians.
Awkward.
It's so awkward, and especially if you stick around a little bit. I don't even necessarily stick around to like hopefully like somebody like you comes up and says you did a good job.
Yeah.
But it's obviously I'm not gonna like hate that experience. But it's more so like I don't know what to talk to people about, and some people stick around, some people talk to people. I normally just shoot the shit with other comedians after the show, and if I stick around or if I don't have places to go, I also try to make it a point. If I go to an open mic, it's usually a whole thing. Like I don't just go to the open mic to go up on stage and leave.
Mm-hmm.
I like to support the other comedians and watch them.
As you should.
And yeah. And I notice some people don't always do that.
Really?
And it bothers me.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that in any of them I've been to around here. But again, I'm not paying attention because I'm watching the show.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't really notice who leaves and who comes and goes. I pay attention to that because I know a lot of these guys and gotten to know them. And some people get it. They have busy lives and have family that they gotta get home. And
something going on.
But yeah, I don't know why it bothers me. Because it has nothing to do with me.
It's your moral compass.
But there's sometimes where I'm like, where I've actually wanted to leave or maybe even needed to leave, and I didn't because I was like, I want to watch that next person. I want to make sure they know that I'm here supporting them.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad because it's like I need to have some boundaries, and I'm working on that too. It's constant struggle.
We talked about that
with the boundaries. We talked about that. I got reamed on. No, I didn't get reamed, but I got questioned.
Yes.
I got Barbara Walters.
Yep. Boundaries are good though. That's something that I'm
not feeling
really
bad about it. And
yes.
Yeah, not feeling bad about everything.
So with all my whole year of yes, there was also the being okay, setting my boundaries, and learning to say no. Learning to say no, I don't want to go to that. Not because there's anything wrong.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to.
I don't want to. Yeah. Saying yes to things like that
that
to your core.
Does it serve you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to make it a point to come and let you know that I thought you were good. And I genuinely mean it. I think that you're good. And I think that you've got something there. And Grandma would have liked you. I
appreciate that. Yeah, Grandma Lee.
Grandma Lee.
Some people, once I looked it up and I saw the face, I recognized the face. Now I'm gonna have to watch some clips
episodes.
later. Yeah.
Yeah. She was on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
Comedy Central back in the day. Jenny Jones. She had her own show in Vegas for a while. She toured the entire country.
Who were some of the comedians that she got to share a stage with that were some of the legendary ones that you can think of?
Lily Tomlin.
Yep. Lily Tomlin. I know the name more than I know her work, but yeah.
Who is the big guy?
How big we talking?
Louis
Anderson?
Maybe, yeah.
Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
Louis C.K. is not more.
No, Anderson, I believe.
Louis Anderson, yeah.
I mean,
Carlin. Carlin.
When she was
she started late too, right?
She did. She didn't start until her 60s.
Which is epic.
It's super epic. Yeah. But typically, I mean, she was the show. So
yeah.
Especially after America's Got Talent, then she did a lot of work in Vegas.
Okay.
So she was the headliner.
I guess some of the legends that were her age were already passed on.
Correct.
Yeah, so she didn't even get a chance to meet
somebody.
No. Yeah, because I'm thinking of Dangerfield and stuff like that.
And he started late in life too.
He started late too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He put a lot of people on too.
And you got to figure for her too. And I mean, it's still women in comedy isn't as. No. There's more of you than there is of us.
Oh yeah.
I
tell women all the time if they're even remotely funny, and they mention something like, "Oh, I could never do that." I'm like, you could, and you could if you got good at it, you could clean up.
Yeah, Tom's been trying to get me on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Do it.
Yeah.
At least try it.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, for her mentors, you would say, or people she looked up to were, probably gone and passed. The Carol Burnett's and Lucille Ball and stuff like that. She.
What about Roseanne? That's a controversial one.
She
Roseanne's
she
younger, I guess.
she. I mean, I can't say that my grandma ever talked smack about her. I don't think it was. I think she respected her as a comedian for sure.
Yeah.
She's controversial, yeah, but is
Yeah.
she a good comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of did the damn thing in her day, and I mean, she broke down some walls for women comedians, and you can't deny that.
You can't
Love
deny
her or
that.
hate her or whatever her
Yeah.
views are, and it's kind of it's kind of like when you talk about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like the reality is, he was super talented, and he's an icon in our entire world in the music industry. Now, love him or hate him or the things that he did. I mean, you could say that about any celebrity nowadays, really, right?
Oh my God.
I mean, let's be really, really honest. We are all so imperfect.
Yeah.
Some of us more fucked up than others. R. Kelly. I mean, the list goes on. Bill Cosby.
Ooh.
So yeah, when you ask about somebody like, and my grandma was, it's probably where I get the train of thought that I have, or the non-judgmental in me, is from her.
Really?
Is I mean, give credit where credit's due, and otherwise, are you sleeping with them? Are they your best friend, or do they sit at your dinner table? Why the fuck do you care?
Yeah. You have to have an attitude like that. And you have to have tough skin to get on stage, in a sense. Like, you can't, you are not going to get very far with stand up.
No, I got my tough skin from her too.
Yeah. If you don't have tough skin, like, you're going to you're going to plateau.
When she was like a little cute old lady too, so that definitely helped her, as everybody loved her. She was super fucking cool.
Adorable.
She's super cool too. Like, she just, the shit that would come out of her mouth, and
you wouldn't expect her to say it.
No, I mean, she talked like a dirty sailor, and she smoked, cigarettes and drank, and she was just, but then when you would sit and talk to her, she was just the most sweetest, super intelligent. She was a writer.
So what'd she do before comedy?
So she was a teacher at one point. She raised 4 kids. My grandfather was a Marine, so he did tours in Nam. Then she worked the latter half of her life. She worked at Bell South, the phone company.
Oh yeah,
as an operator.
Yep.
So she was an operator down in Florida. We're from Florida, and then comedy in her 60s, in retirement age. It was actually, my grandpa died early. Suddenly cancer, and then she was alone, and it was kind of one of those things where it was always like her secret dream that's what she wanted to do.
That's awesome.
So she went after it, and that's really fucking cool. And
that's so
it's
cool.
So that was kind of the big thing with me too, that inspires me with what I do and my writing, and I would love to publish a book someday. And you and I talked about this, is just because you think that you're not where you think you're supposed to be in life, again, no timelines. Like, you don't do that to yourself.
Because you at one point I hope you didn't think this, but if you're anything like me, you did. You were probably like, I'm in my 40s and I'm not starting a podcast.
Right.
Who the hell am I?
Right. Or I'm in my 40s and I'm dating now. I'm divorced. I still haven't had kids. I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to write a book. Like, are you fucking serious? Like,
it's too late.
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
What I'm doing with my life is what I want to do. And I'm not going to put a timeline on it. And I don't think anybody should put a timeline on dreams and goals and or relationships, or whatever it is that's your thing. It is what it is, and you'll get there when you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you beat yourself up over it, it's just self-sabotage.
The comedy is one of the things where I am so comfortable where I'm at. It's like one of the most comfortable things where I'm at, as far as like with my career. Like, because I can say I've made some money. I haven't made a ton of money, but that's not why I'm doing it anyway. Like, if that happens, awesome.
Same with me.
Cool. Like with the podcast, if it starts making money,
cool,
dope. Bonus. But like this month, I have not been on very many shows, and some of the comedians I know would be like, "What the hell am I doing wrong? Like, what's going on?" But I'm like, I didn't really think like that. And I did a post on Facebook where I was like, oh, I'm not doing that many gigs this month. And it kind of came off the wrong way because one of my friends texted me about it. But that wasn't what I was going for. I was, I don't even remember what the post was about because it was just like a random post. But it made me think about it. I'm like, do I feel bad about not being on shows this month? Like, do I feel like I'm being outed or like not being put on shows or I'm not funny enough? No, I don't. And then I was like, look at next month. And I'm like booked a lot next month.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a weird month. That's all it is.
My co-host always
And
says,
honestly, just
progress, not perfection.
that's a big one. I hear that phrase.
Megan always says
lot.
that, and it does.
Yeah.
I have to remind. I'll say that to myself sometimes in my head when I'm getting a little. Ugh.
And I have some friends that started comedy after me, and they're headlining shows, and I'm like, great for them, awesome. And I support it. That's not where I am, and I know, and I'm cool with that. I'm not rushing it.
Well, it's the same with everything, with the dating and with like.
Oh yeah, definitely not rushing dating.
No. Yeah, can we go back to that a little bit? You talked about.
Yeah,
I want to talk about that a little bit. I'm curious.
All right. We can talk about dating.
I actually.
We can let all the.
I might have you back on one of my episodes where we talk about the whole, because I have so many single women friends and in their 30s and 40s and kind of entering that world, and it's fucked up.
It's awful.
So, and I really only hear the woman's side of it.
Okay.
So I want to hear it.
Yeah.
I want to hear it from a man. Like,
All right, I gotta sit up for this.
Yeah, hold on. Can we take a break? Can we pause?
You want to pause?
Yeah, I want to pause. Just
okay. If you have not already reviewed the Modern Day Overthinker podcast on your favorite platform, please take a second and do so if you'd be so kind. Also, if you're not following us on social media, following me on social media because it's just a one-man band here. I'm on Instagram, I am on TikTok, I am on Facebook. All the links are on moderndayOverthinker.com or mdoverthinker.com, at mdoverthinker on all social media platforms. All right, back to the episode. Okay, so you wanted to ask me about dating.
Yeah.
As a guy in my 30s or just in general. So yeah, I could talk about this for a while. So we'll try to keep it brief. We're over an hour now. So what do you got? You've heard a lot of things from your female friends about what it's like out there. It's the Wild West.
It is like unsolicited dick pics. Like, do you get unsolicited vag pics? Because we get dick pics.
That's not a thing.
It's not a thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just curious.
Which should be weird. Be odd. I think it's super bad every time. You know when he's like, you ever seen a vagina by itself?
Yeah.
Not for me.
Not for me. Yeah. That's how we feel about your dick pics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what has been your experience with, and did you date?
I'll bring you.
Can I ask, did you date when you went sober, were you single?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just curious. Okay.
Yeah, I was single and I had a lot of, I didn't date. I'm not a person that's been in a lot of serious relationships. I've had a lot of flings over the years. When I was using, especially.
Have you ever had a serious relationship?
I've had 1.5 serious relationships. One of them I was in high school. I thought it was pretty serious. I don't know, looking back on it, how serious it was to her.
Okay.
It was also a long distance relationship where we met once in person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's an episode that's in itself. But now I'm starting to sound like you.
It's okay. I know. It's lots of layers to us.
Yeah, there's lots of layers. But so my last relationship I was in was with someone who was also in recovery. She's still in recovery now. And we met through recovery meetings, which I know is kind of, some people have success with it.
Is it frowned upon?
The frowning upon is when you're new. When either they're new or you're new or you're both new. It's kind of like walking on eggshells. It's kind of not the greatest thing because you should be working on yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really easy to,
Codependency.
codependency and not work on yourself. And so we started dating. I was like a year and a half. I was a couple years clean. She was like a year clean, and we dated for a couple years. I had to end the relationship because I couldn't fix her. Classic. So then I was back on the dating pool. But I was on the dating pool before that. When I stopped drinking and stopped going to bars, I was like, I don't know how to meet women.
Yeah.
I was like, so I did get on the apps. Didn't have much success with the apps.
Any good stories out of the apps? Like any crazy dates or anything?
No, honestly, like getting to the date portion is the hardest part. It's like a game. The dating apps for men, and almost any men will tell you this, unless they're like Matt Rife or something, who's just cleaning up.
Pussy everywhere.
Yeah, just getting it thrown at him left and right.
Yeah, but pussy, but not love. See, maybe.
True.
Oh, yeah,
True.
He's probably really lonely.
I've actually thought about that. I'm like, I have empathy for that guy because in a weird way, because it's like he doesn't have to. There's no chase for him. But the thing with dating apps is you have to put in as a guy, if you want to get matches, if you want to get messages, if you want to get dates, which is what you want. Obviously, out of dating apps, you need to put a lot of effort into building the profile, like you were talking about earlier, getting those right pictures, getting that bio, talking to your girlfriends, all that, getting all that perfect. I had a buddy of mine who did like research and made his profile as perfect as possible, and it worked for him. But he treated it like a job. And me, not gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, doesn't that kind of feel fake?
It does. It does. And his girlfriend seems really cool. I've only met her a couple times. She seems awesome. And he seems to be doing really well. And I think it's okay. There's been people that have met people off of dating apps. My ex, actually, who is getting married next month, met her significant other on a dating app after dating me.
I've heard success stories.
So there are success stories. It happens. But also there are less success stories than there are failures. Not failures, but like defeats. Like people deleting the apps and re-downloading the apps and deleting them. I did that a lot of times.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, multiple times. And it's also not, it's a job in a sense of, getting that, that good image out there, but also like the messages you send, down to the messages you send, and getting that getting that woman's attention, because to every one of you, there are 10 more. If they're a good catch or a good, at least they look good online.
Yeah.
Which could be a whole nother scenario.
Yeah.
Then you're competing. And I am not a competitive person unless I'm like in a competitive situation, like playing a board game, like I'm a nerd. I like doing shit like that. Or like playing like golf's not really golf's more of a competition with myself, but you get it. Like any competitive, if I'm in a competitive environment, I don't like that in dating. I don't feel like I should have to compete.
Yeah.
It just feels gross to me, and it also makes me feel. I already I deal with self-esteem issues anyway, and
highlights it.
It just highlights it. It makes me feel more like shit.
I hear that from
and
women.
Less desirable.
I hear that from women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you feel less desirable, and I'm like, I don't need that in my life. I would rather just, and in the dating apps, getting those likes and the swipes, and like you're like chasing a high.
Yeah, I mean, people chase likes, period. dating or not dating.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in
yeah.
life in
Oh
general.
yeah, it's chasing the high, and I'm like, I don't want to do that either. And
Do you want to date? Like, are you at a good place where you think you're ready to involve somebody else in your world?
I think so. Yeah,
You're ready for it?
yeah, because I've thought about that. I'm like, if I wanted to wait until I was like, because the bar I set for myself is ridiculous. If I wanted to wait until I was like completely 100% ready in part of my mind, I would be alone forever.
Okay. Yeah.
Because of the unrealistic expectations I
Yeah,
set for
I
myself.
thought that too. I stayed single for a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been a couple of years for me. It's been two and a half years for me since my last relationship. And yeah, so I do want to date, and I'm trying to put myself out there more. My thing is like, where do I go? How do I,
I saw you posted that. Like, how do you approach a woman outside of a bar?
yeah, like where am I supposed?
Like,
Yeah,
environment.
where am I supposed to go? My therapist's like, just go to the grocery store. I'm like, what am I
Just
supposed
gonna
to?
roll up on somebody in the meat
I'm
department.
going to interrupt your grocery shopping. Neither of us want to be here. Like, we just want to get our shit and go,
Yeah. I mean, if you're,
You got to get creative. I'm trying to get more creative about it. I want to get more creative about it. I think it's fun. But
do you involve yourself in activities outside of the comedy and your podcast? Like,
the meetings, but I
anything?
don't want to meet. I don't want to do that
No.
again. I've done that a couple
like
times.
for instance, like on Thursday nights, I play volleyball.
Yeah.
With like things like that. Like there's something in Cedar Rapids called the CR Social Club.
Okay.
And it's volleyball leagues, dodgeball leagues, like every season
I need to
changes.
find something. There's something like that in the Quad Cities. It's
I think that would be a really good outlet for you. You would be surprised.
Yeah. And comedy,
It's an option.
I have met I have met women through comedy, which nothing too bad, but just none that worked out. But they were good experiences for the most part.
Yeah.
Some were other comics, which I'm not trying not to do that. But
Why?
Mainly,
I'm curious.
it's kind of like a don't shit where you eat kind of thing.
Okay, because they'll be in the same circuit as you.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's a small community.
Okay, gotcha.
Especially in the Quad.
That makes sense.
Especially in the Quad Cities. Maybe I'd have to like my buddy Dan McCullough, who's a great guy. Every time I bring up his name, I'm like, damn it, I haven't had Dan on the podcast. He's a great guy. He was the first person who, after an open mic, pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, dude, like, you had a couple good jokes there, because I thought I bombed." And I knew I didn't completely bomb, but it wasn't great because I didn't know what to expect when I got on stage. I knew I would be anxious. I knew it would be awkward,
Yeah.
But man, I got a spike of anxiety that I hadn't had in a long time, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. I ended up telling a story about shit in my pants. Yeah,
That'll get the ladies.
yeah, that'll get you a bunch of women after. But I talked to Dan, who has probably shit his pants more than he'd like to admit. I hope he hears that. But he pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, dude, yeah." And he's like, he did really well, and I really appreciated that. And he connected me with the scene. He's from Dubuque. He's like, "There's a Facebook page for Iowa comedians. There's a Facebook page for Quad City comedians. Let me get you in there." And that's been awesome. And yeah, it's a small community though, and
So no dating there.
trying not to do that. I mean, I'm not totally opposed to it. It's different than dating in recovery, where it's an even smaller community and everybody sees everybody, and it's can get a little bit like high school sometimes.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say really, I mean, if you're asking advice, I think you need to put yourself out there and do other activity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's kind of like is high school or college. Like you meet people through the social
Yeah.
outlets or activities or the swim team or the debate team or whatever outlet it is that, club that you're in. So maybe just immersing yourself into different, maybe you need a year of yes, Colin.
Year of yes.
You know what I mean? Like
No to drugs.
yeah,
No, I'm
no
joking.
drugs and no butt stuff.
Yeah, I'm good there. Yeah.
But yeah, just doing things out of your norm. Like,
I do try to
do
do that
camp? Do you
anyway.
hike? Do you do anything stuff like that?
I do like camping. Hiking,
Nah.
I'll do it. It's not something I really desire to do.
Even like
but
joining like a bags league or
I actually thought about pickleball because I actually have played pickleball and it's really catching on.
yeah,
and
there's a pickleball courts coming here to Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, there's actually this place. I wish they would bring it to somewhere near here, but it's a pickleball like place, and it also has a restaurant. It's
That's what's coming to Cedar Rapids.
What's it called?
Oh shit.
Is it a chicken place?
Yeah, it's got a funny name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna have rooftop pickle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's coming to
yep.
Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad told me about that. My dad is a businessman. And he's like, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Who likes pickleball and who also would never normally be interested in owning a restaurant because it's such a hard business to get into. People think it's so easy because everybody eats. No, it's not the case.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
A lot of hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just need to immerse yourself into some new activities.
Yeah.
Because again, like we talked about on my episode, that like changing your playground.
Yeah, that is true.
Changing your playground for negative reasons is, you have to change your playground for positive reasons too.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that year of yes that I did, I said I took dinner invitations, party invitations. I started kayaking, so now I'm like crazy kayaker. Like I love kayaking. It's so fun. Just saying yes to and you need to too. I think maybe allow yourself to let the people in your circle and around you know that you want to be invited to stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're
So
saying.
all Colin's friends out there listening, invite him to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like let people,
Besides just comedy shows.
yeah, just maybe let people know like, hey, I'm interested if you guys do something fun or whatever. Like I'd love an invite. Maybe I won't always say yes.
Yeah.
But to at least have the opportunity and then maybe kind of force yourself to say yes. Because you never know. You could meet your fucking new wife at some random dinner party or bowling something you go to or,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, some of my other hobbies are not as inclusive. They're very selective about like golfing.
Yeah, I mean, that's solo.
I can do it solo. I don't normally do it solo.
But you
yeah,
probably
some
do it
other
with dudes.
Yeah.
Sausage fest.
Yeah. Also, I had a post on Facebook recently about I do have some women recruiting for me that are actively looking.
I think I'm going to start actively looking for you.
Start recruiting.
We could do like a dating show. We could film it like the dating game. Remember the dating game back in the day? We could put like behind door number 1.
Yeah, behind door number 1.
We have Stacy from Davenport.
Or like I walk out. What was the one on MTV with that was super cheesy? Like this is Chad.
Oh, with Jenny McCarthy.
This is Chad, and he punches drywall.
Oh my god.
And it's like where they walk out of the van. It was an MTV one.
I remember.
That was stupid.
Yeah, I'll advocate for you.
Yeah, I mean, I am taking applications. I actually have this is my friend Susie, or Susanna, she likes to formally be called. She's just an old hippie punk rock chick, and I had her on the podcast, but she used to be a matchmaker.
Oh.
And she's like been advocating for me hardcore. It's hilarious. I love it. She's like, I see you with this type of person, and like, I don't know, maybe. She was like basing it on like profession and stuff. I'm like, Like she's like, I see you with like a middle or like a school teacher or something. I'm like, Well, my ex was a teacher. That didn't work out too well, but she was a high school teacher. Maybe she has to be a specific type of teacher.
Maybe.
No, I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah. So we'll see.
Just put yourself out there, Mark.
I'm
Get more
trying.
involved.
I'm trying to go out of my way to force myself to start conversations.
Yeah.
Like I did it the other day, and it didn't turn out to end up going anywhere, but it was still cool. Like I did it.
It's practice.
I went on my way to talk to a girl before a comedy show. Actually, it was an open mic, so people were there early, and went on my way to talk to her, and we immediately like were hitting off and talking shit to each other, and like, cause that's like my love language. Like I was just like roasting people.
That's
and, like,
me too.
Yeah, and just like playful banter, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing a little of that like right away, and I was like, oh, it's just cool. And but it ended up working out, and like, but it was still cool, like that I did that and had that interaction, and I didn't even like think twice about it when I saw her walk up, like, you like talk to her right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that, and then I told my friend about it, who's also struggling with it. And he talked to a girl and got her number in Chicago when he was over there when he was there on the weekend. He'll probably listen to this. So, and finding a friend like that has been huge for me too. Like I haven't had a lot of good friends in my life that I've had people that care about me and have been cool, but a lot of surface level relationships and friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I got into recovery that I actually had like real conversations with people, and like in-depth conversations about like what's going on with us, and motivating each other and really supporting each other on what we do. And
So important.
yeah, like my friend Tommy, who will more than likely listens to the episodes, and my friend Ashley, she listens to the episodes. Her and Katie, like, they're all like solid people I can talk to, and it's the same. It's a two-way street as well. And but yeah, like just sharing that with him motivated him. He may have done it anyway. I don't know. To get out of his comfort zone, because we both talk about like we don't want to be we there's all these different thoughts in our head. We don't want to come off like a creepy guy, or we don't have bad. It's all, we like overthink the timing and all this stuff, and like starting a conversation with somebody. Really, it's just a conversation. Like,
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's just you don't have to overanalyze
Treat it like a conversation.
Yeah, and that's all I did with this girl, and it was so natural, like right off the bat. And I was like, shit, that was not hard at all. Like,
Yeah.
But I can make it very hard in my head.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the stupid part. And it's just like, I just need to like,
Let it go.
Yeah.
Just let go.
why?
Picture him as a dude or something. Like you're just gonna go up.
Yeah,
and
I could
to a
talk to
dude.
bros all day.
That's what I
like,
mean.
Or I could, or like if sounds bad, but like a woman I'm not attracted to, or a woman that I don't see that way, or that I'm not that I'm not. My attempt isn't to try to date that person.
I've told some of my guy friends that when they've asked me that. I'm like, talk to them the way you talk to me. And they're like, but it's you. It's different. And I'm like, but still, like,
yeah.
It's like you say, it's
you put them on
it's
this huge. You put them on this pedestal
Yeah.
that doesn't exist.
Yeah, they're just like anybody else.
Doesn't matter.
And really, as women, we want you to just talk to us like that, like just normal, like, hi, what's up? Like,
yeah, you don't need to get all like.
We don't Rico Suave me. Like,
You don't pick up lines and bullshit like that. Yeah.
I mean, unless they're funny.
Unless it's just stupid funny.
Yeah, if it's stupid funny. Like I went on a date once. His pickup line, it was so funny. He came up to me at a bar and he like kind of started doing this, like looking like around me, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Nice.
And he said, he goes,
Peacock
is
move.
that a keg behind you? Because I would tap that. And I laughed and he laughed. Like, he wasn't being a creeper about it. Like, he was being funny. And I laughed so hard. And he was like, can I get your number? And I'm like, absolutely. You get 10 points for that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Is that a keg behind you? Because I would tap that. But, like, there was genuine funniness in it, I guess. Like he
delivered it well.
It was his funny way of taking his shot.
Yeah.
And I knew that. I wasn't like, you're a fucking creep. Like,
Ugh.
and I know that's a problem with guys too, is girls are rough on you guys.
They can be.
They can be pretty rough.
And yeah,
I wish they were nicer.
I need to stay away from certain like videos on social media where I'm like, where it's women talking about, where they're just like a group of women and they're just bashing dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh, that was another thing I wanted to tell you. I wanted to give you a compliment and say that I think I put it in my phone a certain way. I said, oh, you're not just some dumb chick with the podcast.
Thank you.
And you have a purpose for your podcast.
Absolutely.
And it's not about you. It's not like the main purpose isn't for you to get as much attention as you can.
No, it's actually the exact opposite.
Yeah. And I know that, and I could tell because I can smell bullshit from a mile away. I've been around a lot of bullshitters. I've been a bullshitter. And
I genuinely just don't want people to feel like they're alone because I know how I know how it feels, and it's really shitty.
It sucks.
It does suck, and when you don't have genuine,
and you know the power of sharing that story because you've seen it impact people almost instantly.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like
it's wild.
The men and women that reach out to me after any number of episodes or a particular episode, and the things that they tell me or say to me is just so like, oh, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like,
yep.
I'm
like I had a post.
I don't even know these people. They're strangers,
Yeah.
and I just helped them and made their day better, and it feels so good, and it warms my ooey gooey hippie soul. And
oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna share this. Then I had to end the episode because we're at like an hour and a half.
oh damn,
Yeah, we talked for a while. And I still have to tell. I wish I could teleport home. I talk about that all the time. Like, why is that not a thing?
Too. I know.
Why is that not a thing?
I know it
It's
should
bullshit.
be. God damn it, Scotty.
Yeah, Elon, what the hell are you doing? Your priorities are messed
I
up.
know. Fuck your Tesla.
Yeah. But I had a post recently on on Facebook and where I was just like, you know what? I'm struggling with the podcast. You probably saw it.
I did see it.
And I was just like, and I wasn't. I just kind of put it out there. I was just like venting.
It's okay.
And I got a message. I got a couple messages, but the one message in particular that stood out was, she might hear this. I don't think she'd be upset about this because I really appreciated her message. So I had a friend of mine on the podcast last year. Summer last year, I can't remember if it was June or July. My friend Brad, he was a new friend that I had made from doing comedy. He was kind of like, he was a friend of a lot of the comedians, and he had started doing stand-up as well.
Okay.
And he approached me a couple times. He's like, dude, I want to be on the podcast. I want to talk about veteran suicide because he's a veteran. He's like, I keep losing brothers, and he called them brothers because he was a part of I forget, man, I can never remember the name of the nonprofit, but it's around the number 22 because that's how many vets take their lives every day. And so we did an episode, and he was one of the most like hyped up people like to be on the show ever. Like he was so excited to be on the show. And we did the episode, released it. It was great, and it started and it made our relationship better because I knew him, but I didn't know him that well.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to know him a little bit more. And unfortunately, he took his life in September of last year. And after that happened, I found out that I learned many things about him, but one thing like that was personal to me was he listened to every single episode of my podcast. I didn't know that, and he would like talk to other people about it all the time. Like my friend Shane, he has a podcast. They were best friends, and he listened to my podcast more than Shane's. and Shane told me that, and he was like, dude, this dude was like my best friend. And I would be like asking if he listened to my episodes, and he was like talking about one of your episodes. I was like, oh man.
It resonated with him.
Yeah, and he loved what I was doing, and his mom messaged me and was like, don't stop. Well, she commented on it on my post and messaged me.
Yeah.
And said, I'm paraphrasing, but basically, don't stop what you're doing. You've really helped me. She goes back and she listens to that episode.
Yeah.
And it's actually my second listen to episode, I think, because people go back and listen to it. I think his mom does. I think his sons do. A couple other people. I haven't gone back and listened to it because I'm afraid. I'm going to. I'm waiting on the right time. Like I'm going to do it, but it just hasn't felt right yet.
Yeah.
And part of me, which he would have actually wanted me to share that episode after he passed away, but like, hey, and like use it as a shameless plug. But I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, because he like legitimately like supported that. He just supported this so much and what I was doing, and yeah, and that was a huge message.
Reminder.
Yeah, a huge reminder for me to get, like, that I needed, because I wasn't gonna quit. I wasn't gonna stop. I was just feeling frustrated. I got hung up on the numbers and all that shit, and it was stupid. And I know this is a long game. This isn't. It's like comedy.
Yeah.
It's all about consistency. It's all about keeping it going, and because I would eventually like to get to a point where maybe I did this full time, but like that isn't really the end goal with the podcast, or the main goal right now. It's just like the number of people that it affects that do listen and do listen consistently. And yeah, that was a reminder I needed, and I really appreciate her reaching out to me about that, because I was just in my feels that day.
Yeah. It matters though. Yeah. I mean, just when you get in your feels like that about it, just remind yourself why you're really doing it.
Oh yeah.
That's all you.
I had to. I was having a burnout day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like,
yeah.
putting all this work, all this time, and like, especially with the videos, I'm like, why am I even doing video if 20 people are watching? I'm like, oh yeah, I need the clips.
Yeah.
Because the clips are huge. People love the clips,
Yeah,
and
I know.
I watch a lot of clips.
I do too, and I don't do any audio or video with my podcast yet.
Yeah, you're getting a good base though.
Yeah.
And I did audio for a long time before I did video. I was actually I said I would never do video.
I don't even love the social media aspect of it, but I'm not like a huge social media. Like, it's been really, really hard for me. Like, I'm not an Instagram girl. Like, I'm not, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the social media. I try really hard. I'm getting better at it.
Like, I'm a nerd
I didn't have
when it comes.
TikTok.
I'm a nerd when it comes to social media, so you can pick my brain. I might bill you later, but you know.
That's right. Yeah, I'm not. It's not my jam. Like, I'm just.
Oh, I love it. I hate that I love it, but I love it from a sociology perspective and a marketing perspective.
I like the marketing aspect of it.
The marketing aspect's huge.
Yeah, I mean, and that's my jam. Like, I went to school for that and everything. Like, that's a love of mine. But maybe it's just because it's about me that I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I get it. Promoting yourself, and yeah, it's like interviewing at a job. It's like, just give me the job.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you guys talked about it on one of the episodes. You're like, yeah, if I didn't have to go through the interview, just give me the job.
Once you meet me, you're gonna fucking hire me. You're gonna love me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And oh yeah, I talk about that on stage. Actually, I have a joke about about the dating apps where I say, yeah, I deleted all the dating apps. It felt like applying for jobs, and I'd rather just bitch about the job I have right now. It's way easier, you know?
For sure. It is. It is.
Because, yeah, applying for jobs also sucks.
Yeah, I'm actually in that process right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm leaving my company in July, so
Ah,
I'm on a whole new venture.
nice. I respect that.
It's scary.
I kind of feel like the way I work is like, I kind of like, I love that. I love the pressure.
I do too.
Like I kind of
like
I've thought about like at certain points where I've been frustrated with my job, like I've wanted to be like, okay, I'm done. I'll find something else because I know like I know the consequences if I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the last thing I would want to do is I'm not moving back home again. I will live under a bridge. I will be homeless.
Yeah.
Like before I have to go back in that basement again. I was there so many times.
Yeah.
I've been 5 years out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I've been with the company that I work for 15 years.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
So this is
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a breakup.
It is. It does. It feels like that, like an end of an era. Like
yeah.
It does. But it's good and it needs to happen, and I'm gonna see what next chapter is.
Yeah.
Hopefully something that I actually enjoy and can put a little
That's
bit.
not just a job.
Yeah. I'm that's where I'm at in life is I want to love it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. You get it?
Yeah, and if the other stuff pans out, and I mean, like I said, I'd really just love to not have to work and run group therapy and write books for the rest of my life. But
that's ideal.
yeah, maybe in my 60s, like grandma.
Yeah, you might have to. You might be living grandma's life.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So yeah, I'm just figuring it out still, just like you, just like everybody else out there listening. Is we hold ourselves to these standards when the reality is, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, we're all still figuring it out.
Yep. I think that's a good way to end it.
I'll get there when I fucking get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you.
And until next time.